My favorite way to make terrariums is out here in the wilderness. We are in the woods in Mississippi. Closed terrariums like this are almost fully self-sustaining. After assembling the terrarium, the only thing I do is make sure it gets light. Terrariums have their own water and nutrient cycle that keep them thriving on their own. Everything we put in this jar is going to come from the wilderness except for the little rocks on the bottom. This is the driveway. Just like the earth has a water table, these small rocks serve as a drainage layer for extra water, so mold is less likely to grow. When I make terrariums, I always try and include this layer. Typically, I would separate the drainage layer from the soil with a screen mesh, but unfortunately, they don't make those in the woods. Next, we'll be adding some substrate, which is basically just the ground. Since we are in the woods, the soil is full of life that is constantly breaking down the freshly fallen leaves. As soon as I remove the top layer, I can already see them running for cover. These bugs are great additions to our terrarium because they help break down dead plants and mold. This is one of the bugs you'll find under the leaves. These are called springtails, and they are the best cleanup crew you could ask for. I forgot a shovel, so I'll be using a stick. I recommend bringing a small shovel. Add a few inches of substrate, but be sure you leave enough room for the plants to grow. When it comes to landscaping your jar, I love using natural rocks or wood, anything we can find out here in nature. Let's go find some inspiration. The wood I pulled off was too big, but I was able to break off this little bit. It has some moss attached. I think the wood in the back looks pretty cool. This will probably be the only hardscape material I use because there aren't that many small rocks around this area. The forest floor is home to many kinds of plants and mosses. It's best to add ones that stay relatively small. I'm not very familiar with the plants in this area. If you recognize any, let me know in the comments. I would love to hear about it. I tried to find several different kinds of plants. Because they're not native to a tropical area, they may have a hard time adapting to new conditions inside our terrarium. Inside a terrarium is moist and humid, and not all plants can thrive in these conditions. Because of this, we can expect a few of our plants to die in the next month. Okay, we are halfway done, and this terrarium needs a lot more moss. Fortunately for us, there are so many different kinds of moss. Moss is one of the easiest plants to maintain in a terrarium because they can adapt to any condition. There are even species of moss that grow in Antarctica. How crazy is that? Since there are so many kinds of moss, I feel like I have to use all of them. Let me know which one is your favorite. We got our terrarium finished up. Now let's head home and see what we got. This is day 4 and the terrarium is still going great. My favorite part has to be the red berries. I am in no way a professional and only do this for fun, but if you were inspired to get out and make your own native terrarium, please subscribe to our channel. I know you'll like this video next.